So people around the world putting on their sneakers and hitting the pavement, all in support for the victims of the Boston Marathon bombing. In London, officials say more people are running in tomorrow's marathon than usual. About 36,000 people are expected to weave through the city. Louise Martin's following that story and joins us now. So, Louise, just take us through what's happening in London.
Well, you know, if you're a marathon runner yourself, or if you know someone who is, they always sort of have a sense of solidarity with other marathon runners, almost like a sisterhood or brotherhood. And this is certainly the case in London, England, where that marathon, the London Marathon, will be starting tomorrow. As a mark of respect for the Boston victims, there will be a 30-second moment of silence before the race begins. Runners are also being encouraged to wear black ribbons, and also money will be donated to the Boston First Fund for all of those people who make it to the finish line. There's also an American campaign on Twitter, hashtag hand over hearts. That's really encouraging runners to cross the finish line with their hands on their hearts in memory of those killed in Boston. Now, there will also be a much heavier police presence, as you can imagine. The Metropolitan Police has increased officer numbers by 40% this year. That means several hundred more officers on the street. Here is a Scotland Yard on why they're beefing up security.
We're talking a great many more uniformed police officers on a visible reassurance patrol along the streets of London. There are really two jobs for the police. One is to make sure that an event like this is actually safe and secure. But an equally important job is to make sure that people feel safe. People feel they can go out and enjoy the event.
So, Nancy, as you can imagine, the build-up to this marathon in London has received a lot more attention in light of what happened in Boston last Monday.
Absolutely not surprising at all, but it does sound like they're going to get a terrific turnout for that. What about other cities, Louise?
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. The Vancouver Sun Run is tomorrow as well. We'll show you some, I'll show you this first. This is the celebrity that's going to be participating. Pardon me. This, you know, from Lord of the Rings, right. Sean Astin, he will be running in the Vancouver Sun Run tomorrow. He reached out to them when he realized that they were going to be commemorating the Boston victims. So he contacted the organizers to register when he found out about that. Vancouver Sun Run is donating $10 from each late entry fee to the victims. Why the late fee? Well, because registration spiked right after the terror attacks in Boston, with many pledging to wear blue and yellow. That's the official colors of the Boston Marathon. So they're paying homage that way to the victims and friends and family. As of last night, there were some 47,000 participants registered. And then in Berlin, not an official marathon, but an impromptu sort of fun run where some German amateur runners did a 5K this morning, all to express their solidarity with the Boston victims. So certainly runners unite hand in hand worldwide, really, Nancy, to honor those people in Boston who were killed.
All good to know. Thanks very much, Louise.
My pleasure.